Today I'm going to show you how to make a ridiculously crispy Japanese fritter called kakiage. So stick around. Kakiage is a type of tempura which was originally introduced to Japan about 400 years ago by the Portuguese. The name literally means mixed fried because you mix all of the ingredients directly into the batter before frying it. The resulting fritter is like a lattice of vegetables bound with just enough crispy batter to hold it all together. Kakiage can be made with almost any combination of veggies and protein, but today I'm going to keep it simple and light with onions, green beans, carrots, and mushrooms. Looks delicious, right? Let's start off with a look at our ingredients. I've got half an onion, a handful of green beans, half a carrot, a small bunch of maitake mushrooms, 80 grams of cake flour, but all-purpose flour will work as well, and a half cup of cold club soda. This is gonna go quick, so the first thing you want to do is add 1.5 inches of vegetable oil to a deep, heavy-bottomed pot and preheat it to 355 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. To prep the veggies, I'm gonna start by shredding the maitake into a bowl. If you can't find maitake, other flavorful mushrooms like shiitake will work, or you can just leave it out. Next, for the green beans, I'm gonna line them up and trim the stems off. Then I'm gonna chop them up into bite-sized pieces, and I'm gonna add those to the bowl with the mushrooms. For the onions, just slice them up into thin wedges like this. Cutting them into wedges ensures you end up with slivers of onion that are all about the same size and thickness. Get those into the bowl, and for the carrot, I'm gonna start by slicing it up. Then you want to line the slices up and julienne it into relatively thin strips. These are going to get thrown into our bowl as well. Then I'm going to add the flour and we're going to mix it all together. The idea here is to separate any clumps of onion and ensure each piece of vegetable is coated evenly in flour. Now we're going to measure out a half cup of cold carbonated water. The bubbles help aerate the batter while the low temperature is going to impede the formation of gluten. Next, I'm going to give this a light stir, just until there's no water at the bottom of the bowl. It's okay if there's still lumps of flour, and the key here is to mix it as little as possible to prevent the formation of long gluten strands in the batter. This is the key to light and crispy kakiage. Okay, I think our oil is done preheating, but let's prepare a wire rack by lining it with a few layers of paper towels. Before we fry these up, I want to send a big thank you to my supporters who helped me make this video. There are many ways you can help. So if you're learning something new from my recipes, hit the link in the description down below to see what you can do. To fry the kakiage, I'm going to pile the veggies and batter onto a wide spatula. Now I'm going to gently lower this into the oil with the spatula, and I'm using chopsticks to push the batter off, but you can use a second spatula if you like. How long these take to fry is going to depend on a couple of factors, including what veggies you used and how small you cut them. But these kakiage are going to take about 5 minutes. Once the bottom of the fritters have firmed up, go ahead and flip them over to ensure they cook through evenly. When the kakiage are nice and crisp, go ahead and transfer them to your prepared rack to drain. Then you can repeat these steps to fry up the rest of the batter. Beautiful, aren't they? To plate these up, you want to line your dish with some paper or paper towels to soak up any excess oil. Then I'm just going to line up a few kakiage on the paper. I like serving these Japanese fritters with some good sea salt along with a wedge of lemon, but you can also make tentsuyu to use as a dipping sauce. This is basically just diluted mentsuyu, so check out my zarusoba recipe from last week to learn how to make it. Alright, let's try this out. It's so crispy, And I've got a little bit of sea salt here, some really good quality sea salt that I'm just gonna sprinkle on top. Truffle salt, wasabi salt, ume salt. You can kind of mix it up and try different combinations here, but oh man, that looks so good. Itadakimasu. It's got the perfect balance of vegetables and crispy batter on the outside, but it doesn't have so much batter that it ends up being like heavy or greasy. And because we fried it, the vegetables have gotten so tender and sweet. That's delicious. This kakiage makes for a delicious appetizer, but it's also good over rice, in a bowl of udon, or even stuffed into a sandwich. So I hope you'll give it a try. As always, let me know if you enjoyed this video by giving this a big thumbs up, and don't forget to share it with all your friends that love Japanese food. Alright, I think I'm gonna go walk off this kakiage, but before you go, be sure to check out this playlist for more easy Japanese dishes, and I'll catch you in the next one.